Well, the Senior Bowl has passed, and Detroit Lions fans are high on quarterback Malik Willis. Malik Willis got the start for the Senior Bowl, and he did okay. He did okay. But the question is, what are the Detroit Lions going to do when it comes to that first round? Are they going to take Malik Willis in the first round? Will they have the opportunity to do so? Will they even go as high as taking Malik Willis at number 2? Now, there are some Detroit Lions fans who would pull the trigger on 2 prospects that aren't really getting a lot of love to go that high. That would be Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame, and the quarterback Malik Willis out of Liberty. Dan Campbell was interviewed at the Senior Bowl, and when asked directly about Malik Willis, because reporters are just intrusive, I know they got to do their job, but come on, man. For the next 2.5 months, there'll be nothing but speculation when it comes to who the Detroit Lions will draft with that number 2 pick. Right now, we also have the number either 31 or 32 pick, and some analysts think that he could be there in the late first round. Now, Malik Willis probably shot up his draft stock. Some would say the top 10 after his performance in the Senior Bowl. Now, for me, I do like the fact that he can create plays with his legs, and that's something that we haven't had in a long time. If a play breaks down, if the pocket breaks down, he will be looking to extend the play and escape out of the pocket. Now, for me, I want a pass first quarterback, but a guy who has that ability to create plays on the run. Malik Willis, while a raw talent, seems to have a lot of potential. Now, obviously, when it comes to the draft, which is currently 2.5 months away, because of that extended Week 18 has been pushed back even further, and we will have the draft at the end of April heading into the beginning of May. People are going to try to pry, and for the next 2.5 months, almost 3, it's going to be nothing but speculation. In the meantime, we do have pro days, the combine, and stuff like that to see these players even more. To be honest with you, I don't mind grooming a quarterback, even a raw talent like Malik Willis. We saw what happened with Trey Lance going 3rd overall last year to the San Francisco 49ers. They had Jimmy G. Jimmy G wound up taking them to the NFC Conference title game. Trey Lance waiting in the wings to take over. He knew that when they took over. He knew that when they drafted Trey Lance. And now it appears that Jimmy G is on his way out of San Francisco. So the same thing could happen with the Detroit Lions. I wouldn't be upset if I don't think we're going to take him at 2. I think we're going to take a defensive end, probably whoever's left out of Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau. The thing about it is you can get some stud defensive ends, which I've wanted, even later in that first round. So maybe even a Jermaine Johnson if he falls to the end of the first round. So that would leave that second pick for a Malik Willis. Now, I got a question to all you guys who watch this video. Would you pull the trigger on Malik Willis at number 2 overall? Trey Lance, a lot of us didn't think he was going to go that high, and he did. Wound up going before Justin Fields and Mac Jones, who was the last kind of those 5 taken off the board, and he was the only one to go to the playoffs that actually led their team to the playoffs. It's not when you're taking, it's who you take. Let me know in the comments below, would you pull the trigger on Malik Willis at number 2 overall? Dan Campbell was asked directly about Malik Willis, and here's what he had to say. I think he throws a nice ball, Campbell said. I think he's pretty athletic. He's built better than from afar, you don't know. That's why I see these guys up close. He's a good-looking player. He's built right. Looks like he's built to last. Shoot, he handled our playbook pretty dang good yesterday. There's a lot of secrets, speculation, and things like that when it comes to the NFL draft. And I think that free agency does kind of give a little bit away, but not enough that you can predict. I mean, look what happened last year. Will Jamar Chase go here? Will Penei Sewell go there? Who will be the first quarterback off the board? I would take Malik Willis. I would, but I would not pull the trigger on him number 2 overall. I think, honestly, the reason why I wouldn't do that is because we have more pressing needs that we need to get for this team to move forward. Now, we do need to groom a quarterback, and I think we should still get one this year, maybe just late first, between late first and early third. I've said this before. A quarterback with the intent to groom to replace Jared Goff when the time comes. That is something that the Detroit Lions have never done since I've been watching them. They didn't do it for former quarterback. They basically let him control and have his way, never gave him any type of competition for the 12 years he was here. The only competition he had was Sean Hill. Sean Hill, you could come count on to come in and win a couple games. So, I mean, he was solid, but never a legitimate threat to form a quarterback. So I would take Malik Willis. I doubt he falls to the end of the first round. So it looks like we are going to miss him. For me personally, I don't pull the trigger at number 2. However, could I maybe trade, I don't know, trade that last pick of the first round? You don't take Malik Willis second overall. As it stands right now, we have either the 31st, 32nd, and then the 34th pick as well. So would you be willing to package 31 and 32 and 34 to trade back in the first round and get Malik Willis if he's still available outside of the top 10 or anywhere in the first round? If a team said, hey, we want that late first, the early second, would you be willing to give that up for Malik Willis? I'll let you answer that question in the comments below. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Today, I'm happy to announce the first video on Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate, the Syndicate's Pittsburgh channel. So we are still looking for those creators who can make content on other teams in the NFL, and we look forward to you watching their content as well. You guys take care of yourself, and as always, go Lions.